Hello, my little sparks! We're back with more of the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. I always thought it was the of Sisterhood because I feel like the of should just fit in that where the moons are, but it's not. It's the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood, and Sisterhood of the Cosmic Wheel, which makes sense because that Cosmic Wheel is like the spinning guide of fates and stuff. And the thing that we discovered, Fortuna rides on. I don't know if the third eye was always there for Fortuna, because she did get it from Aedana when she did it, and that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering if this changed when we got the eye or not. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. Now we're going to check out our card gallery just to see what we have in stock. I think this one was destroyed. This one was definitely destroyed. It'd be great if they had a date of destruction on there too. Lethargy. The Wishing Well. This is one of my favorite cards. Crisis. I think I destroyed this one. I'm not sure about that. Oh, okay. This was when I remade it because I really did a good job remaking it. Wow. Oh, I left the dagger out. That's a pity. Yeah, because it just didn't save over last time. Poisonous Rumors, not the biggest fan of this one, honestly. It's a little bit too messy. This is a little bit too hyper detailed, but I tried. This one's a fun one. Ooh, the Blue Whisper. Yeah, I like this vibe. I kind of like the Immortal here, too. And, ooh, DM Perditi. This is the new one we made last time. Sweet. Okay. We're going to hit continue. An inquiry into values. Okay, let's see who we have here. Dear Fortuna, you want to see us, right? I'd love a get-together before the race starts. Let me know when's a good time. I'll pick up Dahlia and come to your place. Yeah, because we're competing against our best friends for Coven leader. Thanks for coming. It's been centuries since we got the three of us together. I don't know why we didn't do it like this. I don't know why we didn't do it like this. I don't know, right away. What's up, witches? And you bet magic life can get so chaotic sometimes and we just forget to enjoy it. Yeah, it makes me so happy to see the two of you together. What did we do the last time we met? Ooh, yeah, I want to see what happens to this one. I remember you two came over to my garden. We had some delicious pastries that Fortuna baked herself. Oh, I remember. We opened that bottle of swordfish liqueur I got from the Nomad Sky Caravan. These are all things we see in the cards. It's really great. I wonder if my microphone's too high, peaking. I don't know. Oh shit, I do remember now. We started to play that silly Immortal game you taught us. Oh right, Truth or Dare. Oh no, are we doing Truth or Dare here too? It was all the rage amongst teenagers when I was a young mortal. Oh damn, then I dared read you into the future of the Coven. Dared you to read into the future of the Coven. Ah, that is how the incident started. No, that's why we got banished, because we read into the future and we wrote about its end. Fucking Aedana. This is all her fault. If you ask me, she got off lightly. Now it's up to us to clean up her effing mess. Are you nervous about the elections? You can't imagine. I'm cool. More excited than anything. On the one hand, I'm not too worried because whoever wins in the end, the Coven's going to be well looked after. On the other hand, I want what's best for the Coven, and I truly believe my program is the safest bet. I don't know if I agree with you. I'm sorry, Jasmine. Just to be clear, I think could make for a lovely leader. But playing safe is the death of progress, Jasmine. But aren't we all well already? We just need to iron out Aedana's more abusive politics and put some love into the community. That's because the status quo benefits you. Think about all the novices, all the witches who don't fit into that orderly vision, myself included. My plan is not to start a revolution, but to level the playing field. It's not fair that power is held by the eldest. Novices need to be guided, though. Think about when we had just ascended. We weren't in any shape to be making important decisions. I don't know about that. Age has its own setbacks. What do you think, Fortuna? Well, about that, I guess it's time I made my stance clear. I'm running for leader myself. This is gonna be awkward. What? Oh my, but aren't you exiled? Patrice is gonna help me run the campaign. She's not happy. She's really not happy. I did promise to help her out. I feel bad. In fact, it was her who practically forced me into this venture. Okay, and what's your deal? I'm not really sure yet. We still have to define a program. My sister is dead set on having my divination at the helm of the new government. That'd be quite the asset, alright. Have you really thought this through? I doubt a criminal has much of a chance at leadership. Whoa, that's a bit strong. I'm not a criminal, Jasmine. Part of the plan of becoming leader is to eradicate unfair punishments. Yeah? Was it criminal to doom the Coven or something? Or, like, summon a behemoth? It's actually criminal, summon a behemoth. So you actually wanted to meet us to declare war, huh? Not war, I just thought it'd be proper to let you know firsthand. I really think that no matter who wins, the future is bright. Yeah, that's what I like to think. But the stress of competing against you two is a bit overwhelming. Why don't we just use this opportunity to promise that no matter what, we will still be friends after the race is over? No promises needed. I never had a doubt about it. Likewise, we'll always be friends. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do if I lost you. You won't. I love you. I love you too. I love you too. Dahlia's voice is a little bit hard. It's hard to do 3 voices at once. I love you 3. Fuck off. Okay, the next few weeks is about to get pretty busy. I better leave and start preparing my knives. Figuratively speaking, I understand. No, literally. I'm a daggersmith. That's what I do. No need to stab anyone, though. I hope. Okay, you two take care. Okay. See you soon. Take care, both of you. Bye. Thanks for coming. Excuse me. It's like, must be allergy season up here. I'm gonna be moving soon, thankfully, though. Fortuna, everything's set to go. Get your shit in order because it's about to get real. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll review the program and the campaign plan. Patrice. There she comes, riding on her cane. Walking stick? Is there a difference between a cane and a walking stick? Aren't both used for support yourself while you're walking? Like, what's the difference in function? Ready, focused. Good. Hold on to that fuel. Did you meet with Dahlia and Jasmine? Yes, I did. How'd they take it? I believe we're fine. All's good. Really? We promise we'll always be friends, no matter what. Ugh, so corny. This is gonna be the weirdest political race in the universe. Wait, what other uses do you have for cane? Like, what else would a cane do? Other than, support you while you're walking. I mean, you can hold a sword in it, but, that's, the primary purpose is to walk. Right? Right? I'm not off base here, am I? Maybe all political conflicts should be handled with as much love as this one. Well, jury's still out about how well this is gonna go. Isn't that a crook? Like a shepherd's crook, right? Am I mistaking that? They're good friends. I'm sure this will all be handled honorably. There's no honor in politics, only victory. Whatever, what now? Okay, allow me to give you a rundown on what's ahead. We have to define a program and a plan. First, we'll analyze our opponents and I'll interview you to see where we stand on the main issues. Then we'll sketch and review a program. Once we've got something solid, we'll form a team and schedule some campaign action to get the ball rolling. The date for election Congress hasn't been decided yet, but we're against the clock as of now. All clear? Yes. Good. First of all, did someone tell you about the 5 pillars of the Coven? Judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Do you need me to explain them to you? I'm sure anyone who needs to see this can review a couple videos ago when we talked about this. I don't want to go over them again. I know about them. You can skip the explanation. And we'll go over what we do with them. Good. Let's start dissecting our rivals then. Who do you want to start with? Let's start with Jasmine. She's the most un-us. Jasmine. Understood. Jasmine was born in a small English town during the Industrial Revolution, circa 1800. Dang. That puts her in a cultural sweet spot for amassing the sympathies of the Coven. She's a young witch in the eyes of the eldest, medieval and ancient witches, but not so alien and as us contemporarian witches with our world wars, TV, internet, and other global lunatics. You were backwards in their purposes? Walking sticks are more general and canes are more specific? Yeah, I think that makes sense in my head. Because, cane is, a specifically assistive device, I think, usually. And a walking stick is, you can use a walking stick for hiking and stuff. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. So she has a cane. She's a young witch and that blah 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 and other global lunacies. Gotcha. Jasmine gets along with us, but she's also part of the last decent generation according to the most conservative of witches. Her politics are a liberal version of Aedana's, removing some of the more tyrannical mechanisms by reducing punishment and responsibilities. That will maintain the status quo, but give us more room for individualism and personal enterprise, free from so many duties and the fear of failure. Whoa, how do you get that much info in so little time? Please, I'm a detective, sis. This was barely scratching the surface. Now focus. Her program to achieve is this. Judgment will be formed by the quorum of the 4 eldest witches in agreement with the leader. That's the sweetest candy for a program for this old lot. Enforcement will work with a system of strikes. She hasn't specified on how many yet, but should be a witch make enough warnings, she'll be expelled from the Coven. Way less radical than exile, and the worst case scenario is the freedom to start anew elsewhere. Regarding forbidden arts, she won't change a thing. Anything deemed dangerous by the elder witches, we banned. Then for moral affairs, Jasmine proposed a model of protection and guidance. What is good for humanity? What should we protect them from? I guess that'll be determined by the quorum of the eldest. Lastly, as for witch duties, she proposed a policy of no vigilance. Jasmine argues that we should trust every sister will have the covenant's interest in mind, and there's no need to evaluate or impose any duties on any member. And of course, regarding the trending topic, Jasmine wants the Coven to devour Aedana's corpse so we all become more powerful. Take a minute to interiorize Jasmine's program. Okay, so the eldest witches is not something I really want to go by again. Like, the old leading doesn't give enough room for everything. I agree. I just agree. And we have a stance on the forbidden arts. We have a positive stance on the forbidden arts given, Abramar. Guide and protect. It's so much faith in the elder witches. I don't know how to do it. Freedom and trust in their duties. And expulsion after many warnings. I'm okay with that one. I'm not okay with devouring Aedana to become stronger. I want more witches. More witches means I get a chance to ascend, and I want to ascend, so we're going to scatter her corpse to the wind. Sure. Done. Yep. Done. Perfect. So tell me now, what do you think is the best strategy to undermine her program? Yeah. These plans will benefit the powerful and forsaken novices. Interesting. If we adopt this strategy, we may polarize the Coven's opinion. In the long run, we could gather support from the young and the weak versus the support of the more compassionate elders. It may do the trick. Good. Now to assess the candidate herself. Let's use your privileged info on Jasmine. What would you like to say is Jasmine's strongest point? Yeah. Oops. Yeah. Let's have a two-party system. Her resourcefulness. She always manages to find a way out of any problem. Plus, her garden provides her with a great variety of tools to deal with just about any situation. She has many contacts and smart ideas. She's gonna be hard to corner, I see. When it comes to resourcefulness, I believe you have the upper hand. I mean, you got yourself a new deck while exiled. And what a deck. Yeah, maybe. Took a couple centuries, though. Whatever, let's focus on the present. Now to her flaws. What will you say is Jasmine's weakest point? If I get lucky. I need to pull the right card for that. Her compassion. That sounds more like a virtue, but you're right. Compassion is something exploitable in its own way. Don't I know it? Taking pity on your rivals can be the ruin of a leader. We could also point out how some of her policies will cause suffering for some people. We can throw her off her game by toying with her pity. Wow, Patrice, you are really digging into her. I feel so bad doing this. Toughen up, Fortuna. Her advisors are building same about you, no doubt. Plus, these are emergency resources. If we play our cards right, we can hope for a clean victory. Focus on bringing your best game. I won't have to push any ugly buttons. I feel like we just got like sidearmed here into like being a mob boss. Talk about pressure. Shall we go over Dahlia now? Yeah, sure. Dahlia's not from Earth. On our home planet, our holics have evolved and twisted more than anywhere in the explored universe. She comes from the demonic desert lands where matriarchy-based warlordism and chieftainship are the primary forms of organization even nowadays. I'm not saying to underestimate her. We can expect her not to be well prepared and to navigate the intricacies of a political campaign. On the other hand, she really does. I also love this bone white dagger here. I think this one was mentioned about when this was her weapon to try and kill Aedana. Like she forged a dagger of like white demon bone, I believe, to, you know, assassinate her or something, if I recall correctly. On the other hand, Dahlia's politics seem to be very different from her home worlds. When I've gathered, her focus here seems to be collectivizing the Coven's duties and responsibilities, distributing the Coven's power horizontally. Level the playing field is practically her slogan. Her program achieve this is judgment by referendum. Dahlia argues that in a community this compact, we should have to account for every member's input, regardless of their background or preparation. Enforcement, none whatsoever. She believes in amicable resolution. And should dialogue fail, she wants to leave the matters in the hands of the arbitrage office. Her point is being that we don't need to police ourselves when we already have the magical pact. Forbidden arts allow free access to any kind of magic and control them through education, not banning. Mortal affairs cut all ties with mortals. Dahlia believes we're too privileged to be messing with people's lives. She thinks we should leave them be and focus on the cosmics and the magical. Witch duties, magical tax. Have every member share a percentage of the magical output to pool resources for the benefit of the clan. Actually, I just agree with everything she says. Honestly. And finally, she believes we should scatter Aedana's remains so more witches can ascend and our coven can become more diverse. I don't know why I'm running against her. I just agree with her. As you can see, Dahlia is betting on a kind-hearted community that requires goodwill to work. Utopic, I must say. Yeah, the law enforcement is not the best one. And judgment, maybe a little bit more limited, because then this will take a long time, but yeah, but all in all, I support this program a lot. Like, I'm gonna be not too far off. What do you think is the best strategy to undermine her program? No. Ooh, no. No. I don't really want to undermine it. It's pretty cool. That won't float. It's imperative you challenge our opponent's ideals to get ahead. Try again. What do you think is the best strategy to undermine our program? And then remove that option. No. Maybe this one. Horizontalism will make us slow and clumsy? Yeah, that's the best option I have here. A bit of an authoritarian stance, maybe, but if we offer a powerful alternative, it will work. I'm playing very similar to her at this point. You know, the power structure is smart enough to overcome the illusion of horizontalism. Okay, now let's capitalize on your intimate knowledge about your rival. What would you say is Dahlia's strongest point? She is the most virtuous, the most uncorruptible of us all. I'll say a little more like Jasmine, don't you think? Well, Jasmine's a sufferer for authority, but she's way more cunning and knows how to navigate the gray areas. Dahlia, on the other hand, is a true paragon of purity. She may be raw, but she won't break or compromise her ideals. I see your point. It's It's gonna be tough for her to dig up dirt on her should we aim to undermine her persona. But no one's perfect. I'm sure some of her ideals conflict with what we of the Coven deems to be right or legal. We can exploit that should we find it. Alright, what about her weaknesses? What is Dahlia's most critical flaw? She is very impulsive, impatient, and gets angry easily. Good. We can provoke her during debate. I don't want to do that. The Coven is sure to question her ability to rule. We should be on the lookout for opportunities to get her mad during the campaign. I don't want to. Is this really necessary? It's your call, but if we don't exploit opponent's flaws, we get less likely for you to become the next leader. Yeah, I really should not have put myself in the ring here. I just like Dahlia's point of view. Politics are ugly, I know. But also, let me tell you, you should expect the same from your rivals, friends or not. I'm sure they won't be pulling any punches. Be ready. Ugh, I'm already regretting this. But sure, whatever. I'll handle it. Alright, now for the third candidate. What? There's more? Of course. No one told you? No? Who is it? Junricha? No one truly thinks she poses any threat to Dahlia or Jasmine, but she's a candidate nonetheless. Or is it Nova? We should study her. I believe this dark horse has a chance of surprising us all. Tell me who it is already. Come on. Oh, wait. It's us. It's us. No, wait, what? Someone new? Capressa, the historian witch. The eldest witch in our coven. She precedes even Aedana. Capressa is originally from Earth, but ascended way before humanity even started writing. She's an ineffable memory. All events get registered inside of her tree rings. The thing is that she's always playing a secondary role in the Coven, just supporting with her wisdom. But apparently, Capressa isn't a fan of change and isn't happy with the direction Jasmine or Dahlia want to take the Coven. It's the first time she's running for leader. Her program is easy to sum up. She wants to keep things exactly the way Aedana left them. Rooted judgment, exile, banning, exploited the Coven's convenience, and strict quarterly controls. Moreover, she advocates for preserving Aedana's corpse as some sort of oracle, to keep using her as a channel to consult with the gods, and to set direction for the Coven. Wow. Fuck Capressa. Fuck her program in any case. I know Capressa as personally, and she's very kind and helpful. But yes, no one wants the ghost of Aedana to keep rolling over us. She has very few supporters, all among the eldest, but I wouldn't underestimate her. Capressa has a special mystical aura around her. Combined with the vast knowledge, she's sure to impress many voters during the campaign. Depending on how gruesome their face gets, we could scare some of the more conservative witches into switching sides from Jasmine to Capressa. I see. As long as we don't underestimate Capressa and keep her in check, it should all be fine, though. Understood. Alright, are you ready to start defining our program? You want to take a break? Nah, let's get this over with already. Alright. We'll go over every point, assess our options, make some choices. With a first draft, we can review any aspect to iron out the program. It's okay to borrow some ideas you may fancy from your rivals, but try to make a program that's unique enough to be your own. Okay. First point, judgment. Right now, this is where our rivals stand. Jasmine wants a quorum of the eldest. Dahlia wants to introduce judgment by referendum. Capressa wants to keep Aedana's runic judgment. What type of judgment do you prefer? I'm gonna try to come up with a new option here, but referendum is what the one I'm leaning towards. Maybe there's another option to manage Coven? Something fair but effective? What do you have in mind? To have a leadership that decides on everything without the community's input is problematic. But leaving all the executive control in the hands of everyone would produce erratic results. I'm thinking of establishing a sort of ministries to compartmentalize power. Appoint experts in every matter to deal with law, exploration, magical development, resource management, culture, anything really, to set up as many ministries as necessary. All ministries would work alongside the leader, but they would have the last word on their respective competencies, since they would be the ideal person to make informed decisions about each issue. And how will these ministries be appointed? These positions rotate. What happens if someone more competent shows up? Is the minister replaced? I mean, it's really interesting on paper, and it'd be quite effective to have dedicated witches on every important matter. This will probably breed many power struggles within the Coven, fighting for these positions or trying to earn the favor of certain ministers. I see. Not that the other options don't have downsides, I'm just pointing out what could go wrong with this idea. I think it's still worth giving a shot if you like it. If you're at the helm, I'm sure you'd run a tight ship and put together an excellent team. I'll help you. Yeah, avoiding corruption in this scenario relies on having a capable leader. You are a capable leader. I think you're ready to deal with any kind of judgment system you decide on. So, having said that, what type of judgment do you prefer? I want to ponder referendum. Isn't Dahlia's idea of dividing the power among members by a referendum a beautiful idea? It is beautiful indeed. It would be something far-fetched for a bigger society, but provided the Coven stays within the hundreds, it's feasible. It'll still be quite cumbersome. We need to keep in mind that the most popular option isn't always what's best. But it will always keep the majority satisfied. Will this make us weaker but happier? I can't tell. It's never been done before in a Coven that I know of. Okay, so what type of judgment do you prefer? Gets worse with time? Like the referendum would get worse with time? Because the more people we get and... Yeah, exactly. It's cumbersome, and our point against Dahlia is that we want a less horizontal one. I'm thinking we're going for ministries. Let's go with the ministry system. Gotcha. Now to law enforcement. These are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine wants to set up a system of warnings leading to expulsion. Delia advocates for amicable agreement supported by the Arbitrage Office. Caressa wants to keep exile as a punishment. What kind of law enforcement do you prefer? Fuck exile. Fuck exile. What type of law enforcement do you prefer? That was such a good line. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna see what a new resolution is here. I'm having troubled feelings towards punishment as a method of enforcing the law. It keeps law and order through fear, but we can't expect everyone to behave. Isn't there a way to make punishment constructive? Like Fortuna wouldn't pick, let's keep exile, you know? You know, after being trapped there for 200 years, being driven crazy enough to summon a behemoth. Constructive how? Send bad witches to detention, do some magical studies? Not that, but hey, that might be an idea. Are you talking about like concentration camps? What about community service? Okay, that's better. Elaborate. Instead of expelling members of, or gods forbid, sending them to exile, we could set up a system of assigning hours of community service depending on the severity of the infraction. Tending to other witches' gardens, harvesting magic for the Coven, helping the explorers, whatever is needed really. We could pull it off, yeah. I don't know if it would look childish or weakened out of some witches, but it would benefit the community in the long run, definitely. Alright. See, the issue I have with that is America. Like, the American prison system is not great. It puts them to duty with, it takes them to work without any pay. It's like forced labor. I worry that we see an aesthetic secondary citizens just by, being forced to do things, and it might create a cycle of things. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the corruption innate in making someone else do your work. If you're bad, you do my work for me. Like, it feels sucky. Yeah, you're right, but let's ponder amicable resolution. Dahlia's idea about believing in amicable resolution may seem naive, but what's the point? What is there to police really if we have the arbitrage office? It's ideal. It's quite beautiful to trust in our sister's ability to coexist. But the arbitrage office only really covers magical pact. Shouldn't we have a way to mediate more mundane conflicts within the Coven? The arbitrage office won't interfere in issues like who has the rights over newly discovered domain, or who should be responsible for a common project gone wrong. What do we do in those cases? I guess Dahlia would leave that in the hands of a referendum. We could do the same with a proper organism, a minister of justice that deals with unresolved conflicts on a case-by-case basis. This is getting closer and closer to mortal society, but sure, that was supposed to work for Milady on Earth. Anyway. Okay, I'll ponder warnings. It's a good one. Jasmine's solution of letting witches accumulate strikes, and in the event they fail to behave, expelling them from the Coven seems quite humane. It's not a bad idea. It doesn't rob anyone of their freedom, and the ultimate punishment's like ultimate freedom, actually. If you don't fit in here, you just find a Coven to match your philosophy or stay independent. On the other hand, it's exploitable. Witches will be able to cross the line several times without any consequences before they gather too many strikes. And then they'll be trapped in behaving ideally or losing membership. In any case, it's not like they can go and kill another witch. Magical Pact stands above our warning system. The warnings allow for mischief, but I guess it's tolerable? Not all witches are going to be ill-willed. I'm honestly thinking about the warnings and expulsion system. Like, it's... like... yeah, this is not the best options here. But, like... if someone really doesn't want to follow the rules that much, and we're not going to have, like, too many rules, so if someone's not going to follow the rules and stuff, then, they shouldn't be part of a system that has those rules. They should figure out their own place and stuff. And I feel like community service will just, make people bitter about... yeah, I don't think community service will be viable, in my opinion. Like, it'll make them bitter. It depends on how it's implemented. Community service is such a broad term. Like, does it mean they have to do this many things before they can go back doing their own thing, or do they do a little bit of this a day for like so many time, years, months, days? I don't know. And amicable resolution. I mean, I might go for the warding and expulsion. I just feel like if they don't fit like they belong here, then maybe they shouldn't be here. Right? Like... okay, let's see. What is the most dangerous to be exploited? I feel like amicable resolutions almost. Like, but a system potentially community service. I feel like that's the weakest link, especially if it's so illy defined. Then it's like the system would be community service. And I think amicable resolution or warnings. Probably warnings by the individual, I guess. And amicable resolution requires. Yeah, amicable resolution requires either a referendum or like a ministry to cover that. And that's just clunky. Yeah, both those are clunky. I think like the easiest one to like it's slow. It's slow and it may not get things done right for amicable resolution. But I don't know if it's more. It's probably less corruptible for by the individual on the. Maybe the amicable resolution is more corruptible on a systematic level because we have the ministry system, and the warning expulsion is the most individual one. Yeah, I don't know. It's like none of these ideas are ones I like. That's all I'm gonna say. But I think warnings and expulsions are best bet because the expulsion is just yeah. You do your own thing. You don't fit in here, but you might fit in somewhere else. And I think that's good. Let's go with warnings and expulsion system. Understood. Next is forbidden arts. These are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine and Oppressa want to continue banning whatever they deem dangerous. They deemed that feels like a tongue twister. Dahlia wants free access to any kind of magic, but to enforce education so we all know what we're dealing with. How do you want to go about dealing with forbidden arts? I want to see what she comes up with. There's some middle ground between banning and free access. Some summoning their spells can save lives. They can even protect us from major evils. There's much to achieve with the careful application of some forbidden arts. That's exactly what I've been thinking whenever this comes up. What about extending permits? Make it so a witch can apply to have access to certain spells or rituals. The Coven deems the applicant's purpose and aptitude appropriate, allow them to make use of them. That is an interesting compromise. You know more than forbidden arts than I do, so I'll go with whatever you think is best. Pondering free access and education. So ways our Coven can benefit from some of the more powerful arts, even if they are dangerous. But we shouldn't grant them instantly. We could open them up gradually as we educate our members on the implications and responsibilities of each spell. It's a bit risky, but it'll make us way stronger in the long run. Maybe? Not well versed on this topic. I'll trust your judgment. So far the policy on banning has kept us safe. I know, it's quite hypocritical on my part to even consider banning. I'm not considering it. So I summoned a behemoth myself. But it's precisely because I've experienced it I'm aware of the implications of turning forbidden magic. Yeah, no, it really hasn't. It's not so much a matter of the dangers of these arts, but them falling into the wrong hands. No! Powerful or dangerous arts can be a great asset for the Coven, but opening doors could use them some catastrophic consequences. Don't have strong opinions, your call. I think free access and education here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um, like, permit system is just, it's okay, I guess. Just adds so much more bureaucracy and like, I think just free education and just like, yeah, I think free education is just the best. I want to do it. And then, they'll learn it and we'll give them like a safe place to do things and stuff like that. Like, the more rules we have, the more people are going to subvert them and the harder they're going to be to, keep safe. Let's go with free access and education. Wonderful. Now on to mortal affairs. These are stunts of our competitors. Jasmine said we should guide them, take care of them. No thanks. Dahlia proposes cutting all ties. She believes we shouldn't abuse our privilege over them and just let them be. Caprisa wants to continue exploiting them for our benefits. No! Okay, I'm gonna see what the new option is. What else could we do with our relationship with mortals? I don't know. If we want to propose an alternative for our program, it should be something drastically different. Just some iteration of our rival ideas would just feel uninspired or derivative. What this? We reveal the existence of witches to mortals. Whoa, coming out strong. What's your angle? Whatever decision we make regarding mortals will be morally grey, since they don't know about us. What I propose is a simple concept. Truth. It will definitely start some chaos at the beginning, but in the end, wouldn't it be better if we developed a working relationship and made them aware of our capabilities? Let them ask directly for what they need? That is beautiful, but didn't you pay attention in school? Humanity has a troubling relationship with the witches. They burned us. For sport. They burned poor innocent women. What can they really do is the real deal? Be like revealing the existence of lions to a rabbit. They can hide or reject us, but in no way will they be able to hurt us. You're underestimating mortals' drive to destroy things. But sure, that could make our program look strong. We can spin a good angle from it. Prepare to be attacked in any debates, though. Ponder cutting all ties. To be honest, I don't really care about mortals or Earth or whatever other society in this universe. And if you think about it, I believe most people prefer not to have witches meddling with their lives. Yeah, maybe. On the other hand, we would forfeit many valuable resources. Mortals have been a great source of our magic power and inspiration for our coven. That is true, especially with Louise and stuff. Like, she weaves the things of mortals, the emotions of like mortals and stuff, like out of their cloth energy. However, cutting ties will also cut out all the shady practices and wrongdoings of some witches have been pushing on the mortals. And to some extent, will let us focus on our own affairs instead of dealing with petty disputes over humans. What do you think? I don't really want to do the other two. Should I ponder them regardless, or consider what our actual options are here? Because, like, I'm kind of considering, like, the truth option. Okay, I go guidance. Okay, let's see what they have there. I mean, so far the Coven has been exploited by mortals under Aedana's command. Maybe it's time we repay that service the mortals societies have been inadvertently offering to us. It's a good angle. While taking care of them entails many responsibilities, as well as needing time and resources. Giving up some of our Coven's momentum to charity. Not that that's necessarily bad, but it's something to bear in mind if you choose this option. I see. That was just so passive. Like, that was not like, oh yeah, you'll be controlling lesser humans. It's just like, yeah, no, you're going to be killing them and you're going to be doing charity work. That's not necessarily bad. Okay. So, revealing our existence will lead to... Yeah. Hey, Nico! That's a very good emoji. What the heck? The little dancing dinosaur. Oh, wow. Okay. Like, revealing the existence would lead to... Yeah, cast system, as well as the massive numbers. I'm not that tired. I only just started streaming like an hour ago. And it's just, work and stuff getting me up early in the morning. And I'm also just debating politics right now in a witch game. Isn't it early for you? How are you doing? Do you just wake up or something? Politics are hard, Andrea. They really are. Why did I decide to run for office in the witch game? Nice. What you eating? Okay, like revealing. Well, we're not going to be exploiting them. Let's not even think about exploiting mortals, because it's just like so antithetical to what I am. I'm going to be like, not like, unless I was doing like an evil playthrough of this game, I wouldn't even consider it. Guiding them seems so patronizing. Why should we dictate what they do? Cutting ties, I kind of agree with, because like it's their business, really, and we shouldn't really interfere. And if we do interfere, I want to do it openly. I wanted to do it so yeah. The question is whether we should interfere at all. That's my thing. Should we interfere with mortals as a coven of highly powerful things? It is sad. Then what? Then what? So what do we do? What do you have us do? Like, I don't want to exploit them, definitely. And is it fair for us to guide them? Like, the only option is really revealing our existence and, playing it fair. But that will just be like, yeah, there's us and there's you, and we are immortal and powerful. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing. Or maybe they're going to like figure out a way to not do nothing and actually do something to end up destroying our species. Are we a species? Revealing our existence is scary. But I think it's the best option here. I think honesty is the best option. And if it's dangerous, then so be it. We'll be able to handle it, and we'll deal with them on their own terms and our own terms. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm gonna be chastised for it. But I'm okay with it. Let's go with revealing our resistance to mortals. Oh, sure, the hat. Let's talk about... Well, this Coven's gonna end anyway. Let's talk about witch duties. These are the stunts of our competitors. Judgment indicates your freedom and trust, believing that every witch will always have the Coven's best interest in heart. Dahlia wants to institute some sort of magical tax, have every witch share some of their magical output for common projects. Compressor wants to keep Aedana's quarterly controls. What are we going to do about witch duties? I want to see what the new option we have here. There must be another way to make our coven stronger without abusing our members and without degrading the spirit of being a community. Okay, yeah, we'll do all of them. In all the years you spent in this coven, what would you say has most helped you bring your A game out the most? Demand, inspiration, sharing resources. Oh, I know. Mentorship. My mentor, Aedana, has been a cornerstone in my development as a witch. What do you say we institute a mentorship program? That's a great idea. Right now, one of the most pressing issues within the Coven is the power gap between novices and elders. It'll help tighten the relationship between different generations of witches, too. I like it. This idea will be way better received amongst novices than elders. Old witches won't be really getting anything out of this deal. It'll be a tough sell for the less charitable conservatives. A mentorship something that requires a lot of time and work, so it'll get in the way of many elders' plans. You yourself will be forced to take on some of your apprentices. Think about what that will mean for your lifestyle. I see. What are you going to do about witch duties? Okay, let's do freedom and trust. The Coven has been pretty burdened for centuries now with Aedana's abusive control. I don't know if complete freedom is a wise option, but that is an option that our sisters will welcome with open arms. Well, should it fail to work for whatever reason, we can always review it in the future. Don't agree. Unless we discover our community is extremely proactive and they pitch in voluntarily, it is certain we'll fall behind other covens in just a few decades. I mean, it's not all about power and competition. Maybe we could turn back into a more independent, laid-back association. In any case, my analysis said this would weaken us in the long run, so what are we going to do about witch duties? Ponder the magical tax. It may be interesting to adopt Dahlia's idea of magical tax. It doesn't require any specific actions to serve the coven, and it's a pretty fair since we'll be asking for a percentage of every witch's magical output, whatever form that takes. No one should be worried about failing controls. You can go about your existence however you want, provided you contribute to the coven's magical reserve. It'll also open the door for us to attempt some ambitious projects, since that much energy from so many witches will be a tremendous asset to work with. It'll drag down personal development, though. Our sisters are used to having their full magical reserves to invest in their personal enterprises. So in the end, it's a matter of putting collectivism over individualism. Having said that, I know it would be controversial to keep Aedana's quarterly controls, but from what I've heard, it puts our coven well ahead of our friends and foes, right? Yes, that is true. Right now, it's the strongest option to keep our coven on top of its game. It comes at the cost of sacrificing personal happiness, but if you want to lead a powerful coven, this is your best bet. Being the best may be overrated, though. The price is our members' well-being. It all depends on what your objectives are. We can either make point work in our favor. We can make either point work in our favor, whatever you prefer. Yeah. Yeah. Mentorship's the best one here, I think. We're definitely going to be a very anti-older witch here. The conservatives are not going to like us. But then again, conservatives never really did like me anyway. I'm either for tax or mentorship. Like, I agree mentorship's really good, but tax is like a fair, everyone takes an equal amount. And plus, like, mentors can, like, pick their, like, have students in their own field. I think it'd be good for everyone to, like, get their ideas around. Yeah, mentors is the one we're choosing. Let's go with the mentorship program. Understood. And finally, we have the issue what to do with Aedana's corpse. These are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine wants to come to devour her corpse. That way we all absorb her magic and become considerably more powerful. Dahlia wants to scatter her remains, give them back to the cosmos. That way more witches will be able to ascend and will become more numerous and diverse. Capressa wants to conserve Aedana's corpse, to consult with her, keep using her as a channel to talk with the gods. What do you want to do with Aedana's corpse? What new option is there? What if... Nah, that's too much. Oh, they're Aedana's gods. Fortuna didn't really believe in them, but... Spit it out. We're brainstorming here. A wild idea could lead to something interesting. Oh! What if only the leader gets to eat Aedana, all by herself? What if you hoard Aedana's power all to yourself, you're saying? Yes, become some sort of super leader. Becomes a tradition. Whoever's in charge becomes more and more powerful with each generation. Yeah. No thanks. Inheriting all the powers of their predecessor. Working towards a godlike figure who can safeguard the Coven from any evil? That is dangerous. Not a lot of people agree with the plan. I don't agree with it. But if you manage to pull it off, you'll be extremely fucking powerful. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if we become leader, then Abramar is like, linked with us. So he becomes the leader because we're the leader. I don't want to imagine what that would imply for your powers. You'll be able to rewrite reality itself if needed. I'll support you if that's what you want. Patrice, no. No thanks. No thanks. No thanks. She's a good big sister, I guess. Ponder conserving her? So Capressa wants Aedana's corpse as some sort of creepy advisor. That's right. Fuck that. I don't ever want to see those golden masks ever again in my life. Fuck Aedana so hard. Fuck Aedana, alright. Good riddance. Good, Fortuna. I was gonna say, I know Universe Fortuna keep Aedana, as an advisor. Ponder devouring. Yeah, because we're playing her character, we're not playing ourselves, we're playing Fortuna. It's not like I could type in Fyrie here. Devouring Aedana's corpse is tempting. We all would instantly become more powerful and prepared to confront these times of change. Yes? Nobody remark? Not that I mind to welcome your wishes, but becoming more powerful will surely come in handy for my job. Yes, the debate. I'll support you no matter what you choose. Just bear in mind that advocating for devouring her will earn us the sympathies of the conservatives and discomfort from the novices, and vice versa. And scattering. Super leader, no thanks. Maybe we should scatter Aedana's remains. I mean, power for the sake of power is a bit pointless, and allowing more women to ascend, become witches, seems the more humane thing to do. You're probably right. Opening the gates to potentially double our size will definitely stir some chaos in this times of change. But who cares? There's also power in numbers. Just bear in mind that advocating for scattering Aedana's remains will earn sympathies from novices and discomfort from the elders, and vice versa. Now, we're pretty anti-conservative right now. We could go devouring, because, and then that would, gain us some points, but make, lessen our points with the novices. Scattering remains would be more general and really solidify our base on the younger population. Super leader is a bad choice. We're not doing super later. We're not. Um, I'm leaning towards scattering still. Scattering just makes sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So I think scattering what remains, and then that way there's more witches ascend, and, you know, more witches. Let's go with scattering her remains. Alright, it's a wrap then. Let's review the program as a whole. The program is unique enough. I believe we're offering an interesting option over the plans of our rivals. Are you happy with it? Like to change anything? I'm happy with this program. Let's move on. Great, wonderful, fantastic. Now take a minute to look at our program. Internalize it. Believe it. Make it yours. You're going to have to defend all these decisions in front of your rivals and the whole Coven. Most importantly, I'm going to need you to sell the concept of it. For that, we're going to need a slogan. Oh, this is going to be great. A slogan. Finally something fun. It's been fun all the way for me so far. You're really enjoying yourself behind that haughty pose, huh? You bet. Would you like me to use the slogan? Make our Coven great again! I've only read the first one here. A real sisterhood. Stronger. Andradia. Andradia. Are we? Are you really? Are you really? Are you really gonna do the first one? You know, it wins. It does win. It does win. We're literally advocating for the opposite of that. That's our whole point. Between morals and wishes. Yeah, wishes to be separate from morals. We're amoral wishes. No, you said it yourself. We're gonna build that wall between morals and wishes. This is to get back at you for what you said earlier in the stream. The first thing you said in the stream. That's revenge. That's revenge. Hermit crab. Abramar? What do you want? Wait. Yeah, he's a he. I was talking about the name of the character and no, this stream specifically. When you came in saying this stream in the beginning of the stream, which wasn't relevant to me at all. Like literally scroll up in chat and look at the first thing you sent today. That's what I'm getting your revenge on. Yes, it's all wrong. You're wrong about that, and also, that's not relevant to Fyrie at all. And I'm Fyrie, so yeah. No. Yeah, you're right. It is. The way you're spelling it right there is factually incorrect. I agree. We're gonna make our coven great again. No fucking way. Why? Did you come up with it all yourself? Yeah, what's the problem? That was used by an abominable human being on Earth. No way I'm letting you run with that slogan. Choose another one. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna die. Stars. Okay. Really? A real sisterhood's best option here. Really? I think a real sisterhood because, like, we're advocating for, like, everyone to be, partake of it instead of just, yeah, not make our coven great again. A very happy coven, yeah. A real sisterhood. Very loaded. I like it. Loaded how? It implies Aedana wasn't built like a real sisterhood, but doesn't insult her directly. The slogan that pleads for change and the word sisterhood is a lovable term. I can work with this. Great job. Nice. Thank you. We're almost done. What else? We just need to start campaigning, right? Yes, and for that, we need the ultimate, most classical form of propaganda. A poster? What for? It's not like there's any streets in space to plaster on my face. We'll send posters from everyone we know, from inside and outside the Coven. Try and have them set up in a common space, like temples or cosmic markets. That's not my style at all. That's why I'm here, to do all the nasty marketing that you're too self-conscious to do. I just want all this to be over. A few weeks, a couple of months at max, and it's all be but a memory. You've done 200 years of exile. I'm sure you can endure this. Okay, I give up. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I was thinking that your new cards have a lot of style. What do you say? Want to compose the poster yourself? Do I have a choice? Not really. You're really talented. Let's just squeeze your artist juices. Oh, this is great. Oh, this is great. Yeah, everyone needs to squeeze some artist juices out sometime. I'm not gonna elaborate what I said there. I'm just gonna leave it as is, actually. I don't want to think about what I said. Okay, let's move that a bit. Actually move this a little bit. Like... So... Yeah, something like this. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna flip this one here. Just put this heart on her belt buckle. Oh, crap. Right? Skull pauldrons are the best. Let's put that right there, actually. Now we have some lightning coming out of her shoes here. Maybe this. I'm not decided on this, honestly. Okay, let's see how this looks. Not entirely sold. Yeah, not lightning shoes. They're not my style. I think there's something missing here. Okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay, I don't like that anymore, actually. Yeah, I want to flip this one and make it a bit bigger. And then put this one a bit like this. No, I want to keep the verticality, but then flip it. And then... Nope, delete that one. Move this one up here a bit. A little bit higher, I think. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is where we're going. Wait. One across the top left and put them right. Oh, just lightning bolt. Okay, okay. Yeah, I think too many colors will just like muddy the thing. Like, the lightning bolts and the hearts just don't fit the purple vibe, in my opinion. Like, they're just too... The color is wrong. I don't know how to say it. But, like, yeah, like, this all fits like a neutral purple color, and then yellow. I guess yellow and purple are nice. If I had like a darker purple, that might fit. But, yeah, but like, I don't think it would work for what I'm going for. But I like this. This is like more casual, more emphasizing Fortuna and stuff. Yeah. Sweet. Finish. What do you think? Pretty cool. You can never have too many stars in a political poster. Should I give it another try? No, that's good. I like it. It's very powerful in a unique way. If anything, it does a great job of capturing your essence. We just send this to museum once the race is over. Shut up. Great. Ready to win our race. Finally. Honestly, I'm really not cut out for this. Yes, you are. Fate provided you with a mean sister to make sure of it. Just my luck. Now to the unavoidable question. Hmm? Why don't you draw a card to make sure you win this thing? Ah. Um. I don't want to write fate like that. Why did we put in this much work then? For consistency. What does it matter if you become the next leader if you don't have a plan? You'll have to actually run the Coven even if we get through there in we get there through magical means. Right. It doesn't come without its risks though. There's always a chance I draw a card that doesn't offer any favorable results to us. And once drawn, there's no going back. We could assure a victory, but we also doom us and make all of our efforts futile. Plus, we also promised the Coven to a behemoth. Right. Well, you know your deck better than anyone. Our chances of winning through sheer effort are pretty decent, I'd say. If we want to remove anxiety from the competition by determining the outcome, I'm in. It's too risky. Let's just do our best. Alright. We should at least look for opportunities during the race to use our deck on our rivals. You'll have to agree to ask something of a deck, though. I don't do divination without consent. That's where I draw the line. Okay, I'll come up with a ways to seduce them to getting readings. Suit yourself. Chapter 6. Pandemonium. An Arbiter Witch? Please wait here. Aedana will be here in a moment. What's this? Am I dead? Huh. No, don't worry. You're not dead at all. I shouldn't say a lot more, though. Why not? Protocol. This probably doesn't mean much to you, but you're extremely lucky. Aedana is an exceptional witch. You couldn't be in better hands. Oh, what? Come again? Oops, I've said too much, but everything's gonna be alright. I must go. Just get comfortable. But, bye! Oh! It's point and click? Okay, so I can look out the window or look at the chair. So the chair. I'm gonna look out the window. Okay. I don't recognize those stars. Where the hell am I? Oh, so warm. This feels nice. This place is actually super cool. I wonder if it'd be too expensive to rest for a nice getaway with these fools. Will I ever get to see my friends again? Just get comfortable. Ugh, my clothes are still wet. How does this much sand get under my swimsuit? Shit, I still have the keys of the food truck on me. I hope Eva and Patrice managed to make it back home okay. This place makes me want to read tarot. The air smells like nothing I've smelled before. It's a mix of nature, fate, and philosophy. Gravity feels different too. Lighter. I feel like my mind's slowly shedding some dry husk and a fresh breeze is starting to blow through it. This trembling. This isn't fear, it's excitement. Oh no. I feel like I never want to go home. I love you already. What? Relax. I'm here to look after you. You were from Earth, right? Ah, ah. Earthlings always have the worst time processing their ascension. Your collective stubbornness is too cynical. Society rejects magic with a strength unlike any other in this universe. Just let it sink in. This is something good. I promise. Dear. Very observant. My kin are what humans witches call deer folk. Oh, and you are a human witch, by the way. Is this really happening? Yes. Congratulations. You ascended. Please don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. This is the best day of my life. Ooh. Bramar just peering in from the window like that. I love that so much. He's just like staring. Everything's set to go. Election day's just been announced. We're 32 cycles away from it. We have everything we need, so let's get to work. The most critical point is, what do we do with this massive behemoth? Ah, yeah, that. What do we do with your sister's savior? What could we possibly do with the help of an almighty being, older than time, who's able to grant wishes? Can you make everyone vote for us? Yes! What are you willing to pay in exchange? Can't you grant wishes without a price? Aren't you and Fortuna friends at this point? Yeah, I love Fortuna. The cosmic wheel needs an offering in order for my magic to work. What can a behemoth do for free? I could disguise myself as a familiar and deliver messages. I can harvest energy. I can spread rumors. Interesting. And I think that's about it if we don't want to draw too much attention to my powers. It's already more than expected, so great. Happy to surpass your expectations, oh dominant sister. What more of clowns did you find this one in, Fortuna? Let's check the vibe of the Coven first. Programs have already been made public, so witches are starting to form their own ideas regarding this race. We can tap into the mind of the Coven with a dream ball. The dream ball allows us to get real-time readings of our community's desires and expectations. Here we can filter out the current vote intention. This will be the pivotal tool for adjusting our strategies as the race progresses. Okay, that's not bad. That's better than I thought it was. Every action we perform and the actions of our opponents will of course affect the Coven's sympathies, and that will be reflected in the Dream Ball's reading. I've added some men's runes to filter out vote intention by demographic. Go ahead and browse through them. This is how everyone intends to vote right now. And also look at Abramar peering out from the window. And also our mentor was a deer folk. I had a really cool voice for her. Just saying. I think it was cool. I like her. I like doing her voice. Yeah, exactly. I encourage you to put some time to familiarizing yourself with the characteristics of each group. You not only need their votes, but you need to also plan becoming their leader, so better take responsibility and do some studying. Luckily for you, as a detective, I spent enough time dealing with each faction myself. And I'm lending you my field notes so you can familiarize yourself with the different communities of this Coven. Take the liberty of placing it all in your library for when you have time to go do some reading. Whoa, thank you so much. I got you. Now about how we're going to operate. Fortuna, you won't be able to accomplish much by getting yourself out there, being exiled and all. But we will act as your will outside this room. Just let us know what you want to do, and we'll set out to do it. It could be promoting some point of the program, looking for allies, gathering intel, harvesting some energy for your deck. Bear in mind that these tasks will take between 3 and 5 cycles each, so plan accordingly. Understood. But wait, what do I do while you're all out? Do your homework. Some studying, make some cards, or jerk off will relieve the pressure. Patrice! What? It works. Trust me. Always so gross. As this race progresses, you'll have to meet some of your prospective allies or even rivals here in this office. So don't worry. I don't think you'll get that much saddle time. Okay. Everyone ready? Any doubts? Let's conquer all. Well, rather than conquer, let's have our sisters put their trust in us. Yes, of course. It was a figure of speech. Okay, we can never be too safe with you. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got something for you, Fortuna. Love, the support of my friends. Yay? The Earth seal. That means the last thing to go down is the fire seal, which is the downfall of the Coven. Oops. One of my clients offered me this as payment after getting them out of a quite salacious predicament. I never found the opportunity to use it, but I feel like fate had me save it for you. Here. A sympathy stone. A special object of power that will amplify the efforts of whoever's trying to help you. Oh wow, thank you, Patrice. Just wet a brush with some freshly used brewed sage infusion and write down the names of your allies on it. I'll do it immediately. I love it. Thank you. I got you. So basically, this charm will render all the tasks you assign us more effective. Got it. Anyway, let's get to work. Make sure we have all the tasks and get this ball rolling. Yeah, Sage is great. Stay motivated. Alright, tasks. Okay, let's see how novices lean. Novices aren't on our side. Okay, what about oracles? Oracles are on our side. Oh, oracles are very much on our side. There's only 10 oracles, but most of them are voting for us. Warriors are, yeah, that makes sense. All voting for Dahlia. Academics, we have a decent thing of academics. Explorers are Dahlia's ilk. That makes sense. Imagine producers are Jasmine's. Yep. Full Coven. Exactly 100 witches. And we have a quarter of them. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. I'd like you to... Yeah, it does. But isn't this what politics is? Promote our program. Let's focus our efforts on... I want to get more of the explorers, I think. Okay, I'll do my best. Back in a few cycles. Abramar, I'd like you to look for allies and opportunities. Understood. I'll go comb the cosmos and see what I can find. Um, I don't. Okay, if I go back here, then I can. Okay, so then I can like do things again. Um, let's see. What is in the what did she put on her? Okay, no. What did she put in our library? Let's see. This is the where the library is, right? Yeah, yeah. Read Patrice's demographics analysis. It does sound nice. It sounds nice if you can have a guest and you can have like a friend. You know, like being alone doesn't seem great in my opinion. I don't want to be alone for that long. Demographics, novices. Freshly ascended witches in training that still haven't found their calling. Yeah, like insane enough to summon a behemoth or something. Exactly. Like, I need contact with other people. That's why I'm moving, actually. People are important to me. Though bear in mind how much time works in our mortal society, some novices find their place in the first few years. Others may take decades. You don't need the approval of anyone to stop being a novice to join the ranks of the producers, academics, or explorers. On the other hand, warriors require tests first. In order to become an oracle, you're well aware, another oracle needs to dream about you. Strategy guide. Novices are usually pushed around by the rest of the witches, so they welcome any initiative that increases their rights and opportunities. Okay. Academics. Witches so absorbed with the mysteries of the cosmos that they rarely do anything beyond studying about it. They're one of the most, if not the most, prestigious demographics since they're constantly furthering our craft and our talents. Although you don't necessarily need to be an old and wise, academics are the oldest demographics on average. You can count on them as the biggest elder representation in this race. In fact, Caprisa is one of them, so she may have a slight advantage in that front. Strategy guide academics like quiet. Academics like quiet, control, respect, protocol. They're pretty well off, so they'll welcome anything that maintains the status quo. Producers. These witches have a penchant for milking the cosmos, be it gardening, mining, sewing, distilling, dark matter, you name it. They provide themselves on providing. Without them, we lose many conflicts, to be honest. Producers and academics have almost symbiotic relationship. Producers fund academics for endless research. In exchange, they reap the latest techniques for furthering the expansion of the universe. Jasmine's one of them, so she'll have the upper hand with this demographic. Strategy guide, producers have historically felt underappreciated and overworked. To cater to them, increase their quality of life and relevance. Patrice prepared demographic warriors, hunters, guardians, soldiers, specialize in all kinds of combat and cosmic warfare. They keep us safe, provide rare materials from demons and other dangerous beings, and they also craft weapons. It's the hardest group to belong to, and it's very demanding occupation. We barely count a dozen in our coven. Dahlia is one of them, and I'm sure she'll have their undying support no matter what. Warriors are extremely loyal, so instead something exceptional happens, they're going to be Dahlia's side. Explorers. These witches continuously chart the cosmos. Explorers scout new locations, discover new sources of energy, materials and keep us informed of the latest events around every galaxy. They're usually too busy to mess with politics, so everything goes for them as long as it doesn't hinder their endeavors. They're pretty easy. Throw them a bone here and there and they'll support us, although the same goes for other parties too. I agree, and I think I sent Patrice out for them first, so like I've got my base covered right there. And then I think I have one more. Oracles, yeah. I shouldn't have told you about oracles since they are your lot. They also happen to be the most reclusive of all witches, so you're not really a community per se. Oracles are the least abundant faction of our coven, since no one can choose to be can't be an oracle. To be an oracle. The only way is for the cosmos to choose for you to become one. Oracles, with their premonitions and hunches, usually play a supportive role, counseling any witch who's at a crossroads. In reality, what you are is a sisterhood's therapists. Strategy guide. This demographic is unpredictable. I don't know if it's whether investigating time to cater to oracles. Although, if you do, I bet you could sway them easily just out of sympathy. I think that's everything. I read every analysis already. Oh, I got an achievement for that! Read all democratic analysis. I think I'm fine for... Oh, I guess I'll reread Explorers once more, I guess. Cool. Back. Let's see who's in the window. Who is that? It looks like a little Smurf, almost. Like, yeah, almost like a Smurf. Oh, it's a flower. It's, her, Caressa. Witch Fortuna. I'd like to formally introduce myself before the race. There's some topics I'm interested in discussing with you regarding the nature of this political shift in our coven's about to experiment since. Kind regards, Capressa, the historian witch. Oh, I was just going by my flowers. Petals. Hello. I am Capressa. Nice to meet you. Welcome, I'm Fortuna. Nice to meet you too. She is a cool tree lady. She's also very conservative. Thanks for having me. I want to introduce myself formally before the race becomes hectic. That is so kind of you. I'm sorry you had to come all the way here. There's still 800 years of exile left in the sentence Aedana cast over me. I'm well aware. Aedana often confided in me. The fear you inspired in her was one of her greatest weaknesses. Oh, wow, I don't know how to feel about that. That makes two of us. That's the main reason I decided to pay you a visit. To keep me in check. To form my own judgment. I promise I carry the best of intentions. There's a certain aura about you that tells me I can trust you. Plants. We're more sensitive to this kind of energy. Now I see Aedana's fear was unfounded, a product of her decaying mind. Knowing this, I must ask for you and your team to retire from the race. What? Why? You are too close to your human side to properly govern a cosmic coven. That is what made Aedana such a great leader. She had a direct channel of communication with the gods, and was far detached from her human origins. On the other hand, you, Dahlia, and Jasmine, you have an uncountable number of human flaws. Fear, pride, envy, greed. Even what you consider a virtue such as ambition or mercy. Or even the most basic things such as the need for comfort or enjoyment cloud your judgment. Flaws. But without feeling, can you truly care for your peers? There are many beings in the universe that are better suited for leadership than your kind precisely because of this lack of human feelings. Right? I entirely agree with you, Andradia. Have you ever stopped to study the flora? Most witches are too fauna-centric to see other forms of coexistence. As a tree, my intellect is that of growth and community. I lack individuality. I'm just part of a forest. We, the plants, grow, expand, and nurture all around us. The majority of us don't need to feed on other living beings to prosper. That basic fact alters our whole perspective of reality. Human existence is so built on top of sacrifice that you are immune to the innumerable forces of brutality. Yeah. You are devourer of worlds, while we are the plants, their healers. I'm going to take care of you no matter how you treat me. Let me ask you a question. What is the most important quality in a leader? Empathy. A very useful trait to understand the fear and needs of your community, probably the trait which I am most lacking. But empathy is a double-edged sword. Yeah. Historically, empathetic leaders often crash and burn, overwhelmed by the contradicting angst of their people. Right? That's kind of weird. Well, are you sure you didn't misread enteleki, which is like the energy of a characteristic that can quickly turn to weakness? Maybe, but selflessness. That is the most important trait of a leader. To put the group's needs before your own. And even if you invented the word, humans aren't capable of that. All these emotions we talked about before, they would make it impossible. Satisfaction, respect, honor, friendship, the list is endless. Humans are capable of selfless actions, but not selfless existences. Are you implying that humans... No, you are implying that. A leader deprived of that is just an automata. And what's the problem with that? A leader needs drive, a vision. They need to take risks. And gamble with the future of a whole community. Yes. You put your trust in the leader because you believe in the change they propose. Otherwise, you're just appointing an administrator. And what's wrong with having a fair administrator? Stagnation. Unlike plants, we consider movement to be a symptom of life. I see. So that's what you and your sisters value over stability. I'm afraid human-born witches are like that, yes. Thank you. You've helped me understand our coven better. Listen, Capressa. No, not this. She's Aedana's friend. Yes, like the deer folk, for example. I'm pretty sure she's a tree. And then there's, like, not every witch is from Earth. We're just, Earth-centric because Fortuna is, and, we live on Earth. Would you like me to read your... Like a deer folk. The deer folk are not on Earth. Would you like me to read your fortune? Would you do that for an opponent? Of course. My priority is to help the Coven. Very well. Let's see what the fortune has in store for me. No. Tell me what you wish to ask the cards. There's only one thing on my mind, something really dear to me. Will I be able to safeguard Aedana's legacy? Of all the years I've lived through, Aedana's has been the most peaceful and prosperous. At the expense of some of her sisters, but sure. Please don't poison the reading with your resentment. That is improper for Oracle. You're right. I'll focus on your honest will. Think about Aedana while I shuffle my deck. That's true. That's true. But they come from their own planet. Oh, actually, Dahlia isn't human. She comes from a different planet. Ooh. Not the greatest one. We walk alone for everyone to see, unwavering. Oh, not the greatest one for this. Yes, the cut. No, I don't want that. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we have either the option here of everyone in the cult, everyone in the coven seriously becomes like Aedana followers somehow. She steals a mask and dropped out. And then she loses her mind and nothing will matter after that. I think I think this one's probably I know. Of course you support the cult. You tried to start a cult within my cult when I played Cult of the Lamb. I still cult a lot in that sentence. You will steal one of Aedana's masks and drop out of the race. You will leave the Coven and start a cult to follow the mask's whispers. That's one of my contingency plans. How did you... Well, you wouldn't be an oracle if you didn't happen to have known, of course. So it will come to that, huh? Maybe that's for the best? And the Coven seems to be ready to drift away from Aedana's vision. None of us besides you seem to plan to adhere to it in any case. Let's be honest, you're not really this race's favorite. I know, I'm not an idiot. But still, I had to try. I'm going to keep trying, in fact, so I can spread my message. When I leave the Coven, more witches will follow me. Well, not exactly. She's still going to try this race and, like... And honestly, that's kind of what we were advocating for. If this Coven doesn't suit you, like, you know, go find your own thing. Like, that's our whole... That's what we stole from Jasmine with our law thing. Suit yourself. Thank you for allowing me to peek into my future, Fortuna. And thanks for having me at your home. Good luck with the race. Good luck to you too. Okay. Okay, I need to get the oracles on my side. Yeah, of course you do. The warriors, they're lost cause. They're not me on my side. Producers, I have a decent amount of producers. Yeah. I want more novices. I feel like if I get a novice faction, that would be really good. Explorers, yeah, I want to like cut down Dahlia's explorers and add them to mine. Like, I feel like we have a very strong novice base, honestly. Don't worry, I have her. What's her name? Patrice on novices. They were 14 tall. Yeah, I mean, explorers are 18, academics are 25. Yeah, warriors, they're just Dahlias. I don't think I'm ever gonna get those. Academics and producers are the biggest factions, I think. Yeah, it goes from academics, producers, explorers, novices, warriors, oracles. Yeah. So Patrice should be coming back in one cycle. Um, yeah, but we're the second most for Jasmine. We might be able to steal some. Academics is gonna be tricky. They're the older bunch, and our thing doesn't really hit the older bunch that much. Honestly, if we attack Jasmine, we might get a good following there. Let's see if we can make a card. I want to see if we can make a card. Academics over explorers, really? Academics are gonna be such a hard thing to get down because we don't have we're our things are just like a younger demographic base. Yeah, honestly, I might call stream soon since it is getting a little bit late and stuff. Yeah, I get. I me too. Me too. Wait, no, go back. Let's see what we have here. Ooh, yes. Hmm. No. Yes. Let's see. What's a good place here? Yes, this is a good card. This is a good card. Not this one. Yeah, politics is a hard one. I wonder if like there's like I wonder if politics is required for the section or like we just chose a route that ended up in politics. Like I wonder if Aedana like has to die, you know? Like or if we just chose one that made Aedana die. Chose like I wonder how many outcomes are in this game. Like I wonder how much story this takes, you know? Like how much was like my own doing and how much was like predetermined, you know? Kind of ironic for a game about fortune telling and fate. Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely playing more off stream. Um, you know what I mean? Like, cause like it's just this is like legitimately one of my favorite games of all time at this point. Like, I'm really enjoying this game a lot. Just like not even like even this the art style is just like outstanding. Yeah, and also just like how much personalization you can make this game. This game can be like so much your own. Like Like right now, I'm making literally my own art from their art. Like I'm like arranging it in like such a way that's this card will be no one else's but mine. You know, like someone might make a similar card, but it's very unlikely they'll make the same card. Like, can I shift click? No, gotta. There we go. No, not there. I miss Greeth. It's a pity she died. Like, I liked her. Her smile was kinda great. Not to be gay. I'm gay. I'm very gay. In case you haven't noticed. Okay, try this out. Yeah. Oh, yeah, entire. Like, no, I'm the straightest person you know. Listen, 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 listen. No, I'm not gonna do that on stream. It's a bad idea to do that on stream. I'm finishing this card. I'm not even ask for input. Cacophobia. The bone marrow of the behemoth sears the thought. Andradia, listen. Listen. Sears thought. Exploring the fears of your peers will grant you knowledge. Whispers from everyone you love. Paint the most horrific worlds. A dark matter arrow can't be touched, but will be heard. Deception unknown kind. Discovery rival. Oh, there's Patrice. I want to see how she did courting the explorers. And then once we finish talking to Patrice, I think we're going to call stream. I'm back from my meeting with explorers. I explained to them that why our program was the best prospect. They're quite skeptical. We managed to bring some of them to our side. Okay, 29. Ooh. Let's promote our program to novices. I need to get the novices on our faction. Be back in a few cycles. Cool. Do that later. Oh, the Pepper Witch. That's Nova's. Ooh, yeah, we have a much higher faction now. The Explorers are... Either they're between me and Dahlia, basically. We're literally tied with Dahlia on the Explorers. Novices are going to be worked on right now. Academics. Yeah. We need to work on oracles. Okay. Anyways. Well, she wasn't using it anyway. When was my last save? Let me just check. 3 minutes ago? 3 minutes ago was enough. Okay, good. Okay. No, yeah, she lost 6%. That was, anyway, enough. Okay. Anyways, exit tile screen. Exit tile screen. Here we go. So thank you so much for watching, my little numbers. It's been really wonderful having you here. And I will probably see you on Thursday for, I think, my final cattail stream. Last week was a little bit hectic with it was just a simple 1 hour stream. But next week we'll go back to normal and hopefully finish up the thing. Thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me. And I will see you all next time. Thank you.